Well, one of the people that is totally aware of that is my guest, Joe Messina. I think we have him back on the line. Joe, welcome to the show.
It's a government plot, I'm telling you.
Oh, my gosh, it is a government plot. Why did I not know that? Why did I not know that? Okay, so back to this topic about the bathrooms. Did you have a commentary on it?
Oh, what do you think? Really? Listen, I got off the phone this morning with a California Assembly person who said that they are dealing with more bills about gay, lesbian, and transgender issues than they are about budget and bringing the economy back and bringing businesses back into our community. It's just nuts. Now, this bill forces schools that allow children of any gender to participate on any sports team and enter into any locker room, showers, or bathrooms. Where was this law in the 70s when I was in high school? You know what I'm saying?
I get it. So you're just jealous. This is Schadenfreude. Yeah.
You think of the problem this causes the school districts now. We can't ask a transgender person to get out of a locker room if they have the opposite or opposing genitalia to what usually hangs out in that locker room without being put in line for a lawsuit. You really want your 15-year-old daughter walking into a spa or into the gym, into the showers, and having some guy walk through the shower saying today he's feeling quite feminine? Okay, so a couple questions about this. First of all, is there any burden of proof? Like, do you have, like, if I'm 14 years old and I think this girl is, let's just say I'm an 18-year-old college or high school guy, and there's some particular 14-year-old that I think is cute, and between classes I see her go in the bathroom, and suddenly I have an urge to be transgendered, and so I go into the bathroom behind her. Right? I mean, is there any burden of proof? Does this 18-year-old have to have had a history of saying, I feel like a woman, going all Shania Twain before he goes into the bathroom, or does he just have an urge and just goes on in? It's totally based on on the student's private sense of their own gender. At that moment? At that moment. At that moment, he can, he or she can, doesn't even have to have the different clothing on. Just say, you know what? I'm a male. I feel like a male. I know I'm a male. And if they change 2 weeks later, so be it. There's no doctor's note. There's no counseling. There's nothing here. This is just downright disturbing, Joe. Because does this transfer over also into college-age kids, or is this just high schools? Oh, once this bill hits at the regular school level, public school level, it'll quickly move up into higher education and public school, private schools too. You're not going to be able to hide behind that private school thing because what are you doing? You're discriminating. And here's a kicker: when you really delve into this bill, you cannot have gender-neutral bathrooms because then you're discriminating against them. So. Oh, you're kidding. So the no gender neutrality, this is all about boys being able to go into girls' restrooms. I mean, essentially that's what this comes down to. Or maybe girls, there's some pervs out there. It's just going to be bathrooms, period. That's all. We're only going to have bathrooms. Now, that might save us some money because we won't have to do men and women. But here's the thing. What about Title IX? You know about the federal Title IX program, right? Right. Where you have to have you have to have athletic fields for women as well as for boys. What do you do now? Well, apparently this lets them off the hook as I read it. It looks to me like if I mean, why should there be a girls' basketball team if the girls can play on the boys' basketball team? So it's just everything is co-ed now. We don't have to do the Title IX stuff, right? No, but that's not, remember, this is state. This is the state of California. These guys, when they go up to the state house, you know what they have to do, right? They have to check their brains at the door, and then they go in and get to argue these cases. There was one legislator I found out when they were putting this bill out that said that they have cases of 3-year-olds telling their parents that, in essence, they were coming out and felt like they were the wrong gender. Are you serious? They're really trying to get us to buy this? Wow, just wow. Yeah, because 3-year-olds know so much about what they're really thinking and feeling. Basically, they want a cookie and they want it now, and that's pretty much where it begins and ends. And they don't care what gender the cookie is either. They just want that cookie. They just want that cookie. It's a gender-neutral desire for cookies, yes. Oh, that is something else. Wow, the things the California legislature will spend its time on. All right, so we've got the high school track team disqualifying, again, spending time on things that are so important. You can no longer thank God, I guess, when you make a touchdown or make a basketball or soccer goal or all those things. You can no longer point upward or make any reference whatsoever to God. I suppose if you want to do like Satan horns, that would be fine. No, this is even better. Okay, it wasn't. This was considered excessive celebration. All he did was point. He pointed to the sky, raised his hands, and said, "Thank God." That's excessive. So, all right. So we're gonna have to ban. You know when they do the touchdown and they do that happy dance and then they slam the football down? That's excessive celebration. We'll have none of that anymore. You know what I'm saying?
So that's exactly why. I mean, honestly, when you're like when you're a borderline fan of a sport, because I love football, I love to watch football, but that's the only sport that I can watch. I love to play every sport, but I'm not an observer kind of a person. I'm too ADD, and that's a whole different program where you might be able to help me with, going through all of this. But if I'm watching a sport, I get so bored. The parts I look for are the human moments. The psychology of the sport. How excited is this guy? Is he pointing up to heaven because his mother died or his grandmother died and he wants to recognize her? Is that going to be over celebrating? Now, we are going to dumb down sports to such a degree that you can't even, for people who are borderline observers who want to see some of that human element, they're not going to be able to see it anymore.
Well, listen, the state scholastic rules say that you can have these kind of celebrations off campus. So is he supposed to run through the gate, out to the street, point up, say thank God, and run back onto the field again? That's how ridiculous this is getting. But take this one step further. Collins comes out in basketball. He comes out of, quote unquote, the closet and says that he's gay, and he gets a call from the President of the United States. No thought process at all that he had been dating a woman for 8 years and cheating on her with men. So let's take the gender out. Cheating on her. We'll stop there. Tebow wants to thank Jesus for his talent, and they beat the crap out of him. We are moving in reverse, Dr. Gina.
That's yeah.
The planet's not going the right way.
No, planet's spinning wrongly. Okay, Dan Savage wishes cancer on Sarah Palin. Do you know? You just are not seeing any coverage of this in the media. But if this were reversed and someone wished cancer on Michelle Obama, for example,
oh yeah,
it would be spraying in our face from our television sets.
Do you know about this guy?
Not enough, apparently.
Oh my God, he gave a talk at a high school, an anti-bullying talk, where he beat up on the Christian kids. The Christian kids were actually walking out.
Wow.
And he made fun of them as they were walking out, the guy is just nasty. Of all the people, this is like Timothy Geithner. He beat the government for taxes. We put him in charge of the taxes, right? But he's become the anti-bullying czar for, guess who? President Obama. His vetting team needs to be fired, and we need to bring in a new vetting team for him. This
Absolutely.
Guy's a nasty, nasty man, this Dan Savage.
Unbelievable. Truly unbelievable. All right, so where are we with the Air Force proselytizing? They've pretty much backed off of this initial nominee, if I'm not mistaken. At least that's what I heard at the Man of Prayer event in D.C. Is that true?
They've backed off the nominee, but they're not necessarily backing off the process by which they choose. Now, they won't tell you really what proselytizing is, all right?
Right.
And what does that actually mean? Well, it says that as long as someone is made to feel uncomfortable while you're talking about your religion, that's proselytizing. So if you and I and one other person is standing there talking about our love for God, and an atheist walks up, the three of us have to stop for the one. Or we could be court-martialed. Where else in the country does that hold true?
Insane.
It is insane. And our military men, the guys that are sitting there in the foxholes, the guys that are on the boats that are fighting for us, are you serious? If they're there with a group of guys and they want to pray, they're afraid they're going to get court-martialed?
Absolutely.
This is just not right.
All right, so continuing in the secular stupidity is Lego. Lego's gotten themselves in some hot water. They are probably just the next now to become ridiculously politically correct. Tell us.
Well, we tell people we don't make this stuff up. These are real stories, and Lego apologized because of the hypersensitivity. Here's the thing. I know it's not right. I know that construction workers shouldn't be whistling and doing all kinds of stuff to women walking by. But you know what? Some people, it's just ignorant. It just happens. So the toy manufacturer, has reaped the wrath of this. And they have this sticker, and it features the likeness of a construction worker. And it says things like, "Hey, baby." Now, where's the outrage of the left on all these rap songs about using these women, just pieces of meat and wanting to kill their mothers and all the. Where's the outrage there? Here's Lego with a sticker. You don't like the sticker? Take it out and throw it away. Have we lost our way?
Wow. Really? I suppose if it had said, I don't know, yo. The word right now in rap is always bitches, and I guess I can say that on air because it means a female dog, right? But I mean, if you said that on a Lego sticker, I suppose that'd be fine. But hey, baby, is somehow offensive.
It's just amazing to me because again, we can't figure out how to throw it away. But what they should do is they should put "feel like a girl, wear this; feel like a boy, wear this." I mean, those stickers probably would have been fine, right?
Unbelievable, unbelievable. Okay, so tell us about this former Teen Mom star, Farrah Abraham's porn video. This is a good one. It'll be, the new Kim Kardashian.
Oh, no, Kim Kardashian's upset because more people have seen this other girl, Farrah Abraham's video. Look, this is perfect. Only in America can you have sex out of wedlock, sex as a teen, sex with a father who won't show up, get your 15 shows of fame, not even seconds of fame, and then you're asked to do a porn video where you can make millions of dollars. God, America is wonderful, isn't it? This is the thing we're holding up now.
Okay, so she's 21 now, but she was a teen mom. Is that where this is coming? I'm sorry.
She's got a 5-year-old. She's got a 5-year-old son.
Oh, that's nice. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, here, watch Mommy doing her best. Anyway. Here's a video you can see when you're 20, son. But yeah, that's where she comes out of. She comes out of that whole Teen Mom series. I guess it was on MTV, and it was just great. And then she got 2 million viewers. So 2 million people have seen her doing what I guess she's best at, because that's kind of what you put up on the internet is what you're best at, right? I would hope so.
Wow. I guess it wasn't parenting.
Well, Kim Kardashian.
She's apparently very talented, though. Joe, I can't let you get away with that without acknowledging she's apparently also very talented. She is a good drinker because she was busted for a DUI last month. So she has other talents besides sex. Let's be fair here now, Joe.
Come on, you're gonna make me explode. Kim Kardashian, very upset. Only got 600,000. Maybe she should watch Farrah's recording and try it again to make sure maybe there's something Farrah's doing that she's not. This is a hard one. I don't even know where to go with it.
You just don't. There's so many jokes of innuendo in here. We probably just need to move forward.
But these are the people, Dr. Gina. These are the people that we look up to as heroes. Not we, you and I, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, parents are checking out that these kids are watching this stuff.
Yep.
You mean all I got to do is get pregnant and do what I know how to do, and I can make millions? Heck, where did I miss the boat?
Well, all right. 2 new reports show that gun homicides are down since the 1990s. Boy, we're not hearing this one in the media very much, are we? Your show, my show, and that's about it, I think.
Yeah, you're not going to hear much about this because this takes the Democrats really, they don't even know how to handle this. How do you push this back? It's a government report.
Yeah, and the more people have guns, the more those rates go down, but they're not going to be talking about that. Joe Messina, thank you so much for being with us. Twitter at Joe Messina, on the web at therealside.com. Joe, thank you so much for being with us. We'll talk to you next week.
Yep, thanks for having me.
All right, take care.